Hello guys, my name is Sushant. So today I'm going to teach you the second chapter of class 9 chemistry, which is matter around us pure? So everything that we see around us or feel around us or as a matter of fact sense around us is made up of matter. The whole universe is made up of matter. This water, this glass, it's made up of water. The air around me, it's made up of matter. The laptop I'm working on, it's also made up of matter. Now matter can be around us in two forms. First form is either as pure substance, second form is as mixtures. We'll see the difference between both of them. So pure compounds are those compounds which can be said as building blocks of nature. They have the same chemical composition throughout. They are up to a level non-divisible, or they cannot be divided further. Let's say as H2, our hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen exists as a H2 molecule. So H2 can be said as a pure substance. Let's take salt mixed in this water. It's not a pure substance. It's actually a mixture. Okay, so pure substances are made up of single type of particles. They are same in their chemical, physical nature, given fixed pressure temperature conditions, and a substance cannot be broken into other kinds of matter by any physical processes. Okay, which is actually not true, but for the sake of simplicity, we are going to keep it as fundamentally true in our class. Okay. Now, what is a mixture? Mixture is a mix of two or more pure substances. Let's say I took this glass of water. This is going to be a favorite example. Now I put some salt in it. I mixed it. Then I put some sugar in it. I mixed it. So I mixed three different pure substances into this mixture. Now, a mixture can be further of two types. A mixture can either be homogeneous or a mixture can either be heterogeneous. Let's do an experiment. Let's say we took three groups, group A, B and C, into a lab. We gave group A some copper sulfate and again this glass with this water. We gave group B some more copper sulfate than group A and again this glass with the same water. And then group C, we gave group C some copper sulfate along with some potassium permanganate and told them to mix. Okay, so what group A observed was that the color of the solution form was same throughout the glass. Okay, now what group B noticed was that the color also formed in the glass was also same throughout, but it had a different color. Let's say, okay, so we have to remember copper sulfate has a indigoish, dark blue indigoish type color. So what group A got was indigoish, and what group B might have gotten would be a little bit of more darker variation of it. Okay, it might have been more dark. Now what group C got was distinguishable different layers in the water. It didn't mix well. So what can we tell? When pure substances mix well, they can be said as a homogeneous mixture. Okay, and when pure substances do not mix very well, then they can be said as heterogeneous mixture. Example of heterogeneous mixture, very simple, namkeen. We can distinguish different particles. Okay, one more good example is muddy water. After some time, when you put mud in some soil into water, the heavier substances, heavier particles of soil settle at the bottom, whereas the lighter particles remain in colloidal solution. So composition of that water is not uniform throughout, whereas our copper sulfate or even our salt solution water is uniform throughout the solution. Okay, so now we move on to further one more thing, which is what is a solution. A solution is again a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. It's a mixture, but it's homogeneous. Okay, we think of solution as a liquid. Not necessarily true. The alloys that we see at our home, they are also a solid solution. Okay, the air that is surrounding me, it's also a solution. Okay, in our air, different gases mix: hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and argon. So it's also a mix that is surrounding them. Okay, so a solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Now again, in solution we have to remember two things. One is solvent, one is solute. Solvent has larger quantity and is usually the substance in which we are going to dissolve something, whereas the thing which is going to be dissolved in smaller quantity is going to be our solute. This water, this is our solvent. If I'm going to dissolve some salt in it, now it can all, the relation can also change. If I'm going to dissolve this water into lime juice, 1 liter lime juice, then this is going to be my solute, and the lime juice is going to, 1 liter lime juice is going to be my solvent. So solute and solvent are terms allotted on the basis of mixing proportion or quantities. Okay, and in a homogeneous solution we have to remember composition is equal throughout, chemical composition is same throughout. Suppose I've dissolved salt in it, so this layer of water contains the same amount of salt as this layer of water. Okay, we have to remember, that's very important. That's the major distinguishing property of homogeneous solution. So that's going to be all for this class. I hope you understood it well. Thanks.